Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? So, real quick, just on a note about Mother Africa, we gotta understand like what's going on around the world. Obviously, Afghanistan just dispersed about 20,000 refugees due to Taliban takeover. So we all know history through the media, what the Taliban and Al Qaeda and all that, what they are supposed to be about. These terror cells, or they create terror cells around the world. And so we just took 20,000. Well, we are now responsible for 20,000 refugees being dispersed throughout the world. 2,000 being in Ghana. Why Africa felt the need to get involved, who knows? Well, I know, but that's another story. But anyway, so just a lot of questions when it comes to those refugees. When I watch the media and different presentations of things going on, um, uh, Joe Frank and I didn't talking about you won't see helicopters trying to escape embassies and things like that off rooftops, like you saw, I guess, back in Saigon. And that was exactly what you saw in the movie of America and and the world. So this is what you saw. So I also saw what they were reporting as bodies falling from planes and things like that. I also saw broadcasts of planes taking off the tarmac with people running alongside them. Now these people didn't seem too frustrated. They didn't seem too unbelievably hurried to get away. Actually, I seen a lot of smiles and things like that, as if they were just kind of showcasing. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. My thing is, so now we have all these, I guess, refugees being dispersed all around the world. Now, how do we know? Like, how were they documented? How were they cataloged as they were being hurried onto these planes? And this is the later narrative. Well, these people were being hurried onto these planes and different vehicles, and we had no way to know if they were actually Taliban or not. So now you have potentially a bunch of terror cells all around the world. And this is the narrative for later on. They could use to say, well, we didn't know, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Now they've created all these cells across the world. Um, one being Africa. That's really the only one I care about right now is the 2000 in Africa. Like, you know, how are they documented? How are they cataloged? How do we know who they are? Um, all these questions are very relevant. And how are they being kept? Where are they being kept? Airbnbs, so to speak. How are they being policed? And there's a lot of different questions, you know, because I already know the end game is the continent of Africa. I already know that's the end game. So, knowing this, I watch, and I try to prepare myself and my people for the inevitable, because this is something that's been in playing for a long time, and this is the perfect opportunity, to snatch land. You know, it's the final frontier. Africa is. Uh, you know, they call America a new world, a new country, a young country that it is not. And this is the claim through the supremacy that wants to hold it or claim sake over it. And you know how that came about. So I'm basically just trying to get folks to stay on code with everything, because they are, and need to stay vigilant mentally and emotionally and strategically, because they are. And as far as trying to build an infrastructure in a place that does not consider you a citizen, understand this. Whatever you come together to try to build here in the land of Babylon will fall. It's been proven. That part of the war is over. Trying to fight economics with economics, that shit is over. Economics is not what it used to be, which is why Gaddafi had to go, because he was trying to make economics something different, something that's tangible, and that will crumble the house of cards. So you see what supposedly happened to him. This is it's a whole lot, y'all. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of soul searching and gut checking, and spine straightening. Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Like you just got to man up and just realize it's like all those things that you're trying to do to try to better yourself within the system of death. This is basically better preparing you for the fattening when it comes to the slaughter. There's no wins in the casa, so you have to get your mind to a place where you are welcome, which is your home. They're taking it slowly but surely. They're going to try to acquire it through all means, through genocide, through debt, through all kinds of means to get that place, because they need that place for the next phase of what their agenda is. This augmented reality is not cheap. It costs lives. It costs a lot. It costs a lot of energy, a lot of blood. So, like I said, if you want to understand like where we're at here, it's not the time to try to build satellites for ourselves to try to maintain some sort of system within the system, to try to maneuver within a bigger conglomerate of just tyranny. Like, it's like surrounding yourself by bullshit, on all sides of you, trying to build something within the middle of your own oppression, and try to even create some kind of trying to forge your way through witchcraft, the witchcraft of laws and legislation, trying to forge your way through a path of that to try to build some sort of verbiage or contractual agreements with the same people that are. Come on, man, come on. You gotta tap into that spinal juice. It's there. They want to assimilate you. They want to assimilate everyone. Put you all on the cloud. Make video game characters out of you all. You're no longer you. You're just a piece to the puzzle. There's a better way, much better way, much moral way, much more moral way, I should say. The way is moral. There's an easier way, a more natural way, and it's right in front of our faces, right in front of us. And we don't want to accept the reality. We rather just enjoy a false reality, a virtual reality. I mean, are we still human? Or are we still what we were put here to be? I mean, are we still that? What's going on here? Are we going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe? I'm trying to really figure this out, because it's in there, We're going to try to push the gas on something that's going to, choke us out. I just don't see the point in that. All I see is the need for men to be men, make those hard decisions. It's hard to leave home, when your mama raised you. It's comfortable, it's safe. But sometimes you gotta go. You gotta go. That's all you gotta say.